Alrighty. Hello, everyone. This is just an update for all of our projects and what we've been doing. To get started, we just wanted to do a summary of everything and follow up from our last meeting. Let's see here. So our first update for the week is we just want to remind everybody to avoid conflicts and basically hateful users on the social media. Report them if needed and, be mindful of what you say in your own words and tweets because, things and everybody can be affected no matter what you say, and just keep an eye out and just always be kind. The second one, and probably the biggest one recently, is Simon and KTY visited the billboard, which was super cool to see them go out and just, see what we've worked on and just see their continuous support and just all of that stuff. And it was just, they look so adorable and I love it. A quick update on our hashtag. We are at 9.3 million tweets on the Save Warrior Nun hashtag. And with that, Simon has offered a reward for when we hit 10 million. And that is the bedroom script with other goodies. We don't know what the goodies are yet, but hopefully, there's guesses that they're like bloopers and stuff, but we don't know. So just keep tweeting until we hit 10 million so we can get that. And then updates on the numbers for our quotes for the weeks. So for Netflix Reverse Your Decision, we hit 122,000. For Miss You Alba, we hit 115. Love You Christina, it looks like 89,000. Having None of It, 71,000. Let's see here. Netflix Bring Back OCS, 97,000. Drew Help Our Nuns, 61,000. And then the Eggs Fling Joke, just a bit over 8,000. Okay, for news articles, since December 14th, 1,896 articles have been mentioned by Warrior Nun, or have mentioned Warrior Nun by name. A total of 209 articles mentioning both the words Warrior Nun and Billboard have also been published this year. Regional Groundwork server is up and running, so if you have any questions, reach out to Kay. I'm not sure if she's on this space or not here, but she created a server to coordinate those who are willing to do some groundwork, because that is something that we need to start doing, whether it's flyers, passing out QR codes, taking pictures with the billboards, anything like that. So just reach out to her if you have any more questions or you want to be involved, and then she can add you. And let's see here. So we will use the OCS chapters and the Discord to organize watch parties. So please remember to just keep streaming if you're able to. Whether or not you're able to participate in those streaming or watch parties, watch it on your own time. Remember to take a break and just, do what you need to do and drink water, go outside, to take whatever you need to get some good rest. But also please just keep remembering to stream on the side because, again, numbers are what a lot of them look at when they do take a look at the shows. Let's see here. So 11 out of the 12 weeks on the global top 10. And we are trying to keep this going and then get back onto the Netflix top 10 as well. Let's see here. So with our press releases, we do them in multiple different languages. So please remember, if you do see one, to just share and retweet it, because we want to get this to everybody who are, who don't just speak English. So share it to friends, journalists, podcasts in your language or country, so that we can get new viewers and new social media accounts involved. We want to avoid just becoming an echo chamber and just talking to each other over and over again. Remember to click on and read the articles. Publishers are able to see the amount of people who have read their articles, so we want to bring them views to encourage them to write more articles, because, as much as we love seeing our articles, not many do read them or click on them. So we're trying to get them more views so they just keep continuing. So let's see here. So we want to mention just a contingency plan and long-term social media plan as well, in the event that Twitter does crash, or, reach out and broaden our horizons as far as our outreach with those platforms. And I believe we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's see here. Ashley, do you mind taking over for your outreach and marketing?
Yeah, I'm going to let Kate speak on it first, but yeah, we can do outreach. Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of outreach, we have just some updates on more emails that we've sent. So we've done 2 different rounds of emails this time, or I guess in the last few weeks. The first round we sent over 700 emails to network executives, journalist editors, and talk shows. And this was focusing on the New York billboard. So we used the marketing press release from the marketing team titled New York City Billboard, Warrior Nun swings into Midtown Manhattan. And with those, we used email addresses that we had sent that initial press release to, and we didn't get a bounce back from. So yeah, we sent around 700 for that first set. And then the second set of emails focused on the investment return for Netflix. So this was using the marketing press release titled Warrior Nun, canceled with a 228% return on investment for Netflix. So with this, we sent over 650 emails, and this was just targeting network executives, journalists, and editors. So our total right now for emails sent out, across since we've started this is over 2,000. Yeah, and then Ashley's going to update on the other stuff.
Okay. So we did another postcard campaign tweet this week. We were having some issues with our Google Drive, so it's back up and running. You should be able to access everything. The postcards have the QR code to the website on there now, so they can get even more information. It also has the GoFundMe, the petition, pretty much everything that we have going on is on the website. So we were targeting Apple TV this week. In the coming week, we'll have a new phrase and addresses to focus the postcards to. So it's kind of another groundwork option that people can take. I know I reached out to the groundwork server about printing even just the front of the postcards as a flyer, because it still has like the hashtag Save Warrior Nun, and you could pass those out potentially instead of just doing just the postcards. So that's an option. And then we're also with the warriornun.com website. We're adding a fan section called the Cat's Cradle. I'm working with them on getting some like cool games and quizzes on there. But we also want to highlight the talents in the fandom. So like music, art, videos, etc. Like we will highlight different spaces being put on globally. For example, there is a music space on Valentine's Day by Sister Sally's Secret Sect of Singing Nuns. And yes, I practiced that like 5 times. And so that's on Valentine's Day. I'll put all of this in the Jumbotron when I'm done talking. Saturday, there's a music festival being hosted by Sapphics and Payne, Coco Cat, and the Nuns in Space. There's different poetry spaces, and then there's a lot of Schmau AU spaces where we break down our favorite fanfics. So we're excited to explain that in the coming weeks as we get it up and running. And then also the fan art project, we're still doing that. The goal is to leave the fan art link open until the end of February so people can keep adding, potentially even maybe longer depending if people are like still working on stuff. We want it to be really collaborative, and so I will post that as well so we can do, the goal is to do like a actual book but also potentially a digital book that people can purchase. And then we also, if you guys were in the James space this morning, we collected $600 for his choice of a cancer foundation. So the Rocky Mountain Cancer Center, we are going to be donating that. I'm also going to be making a post soon, like highlighting the website and all of that. So if anyone else is interested in making donations, please do so if you're able to. He helps us a lot and is very supportive, and we want to make sure we support our community. So that's all I have for outreach. I think we're going to Gosh for marketing.
Yeah. Are you available? Let's see.
I am. I was listening very carefully to the sounds outside to see if the 5-year-old was going to come barging in or not. Okay, so I only have a couple things for this week. The big one is specifically talking about the contingency plan. The contingency plan also doubles as a long-term plan for the fandom if you wish to participate. In the sense of, it's not a requirement or anything like that, but it is something that collectively we can be aware of, so that if in the event that Twitter not necessarily dies or goes down, but maybe it becomes more complicated to use, we're going to have kind of a fallback plan. And so there's some graphics that are going to come with that. And I'll put those up after I'm done talking. But the purpose of it is so that you as the fans are aware there's multiple ways to still reach out and get information. Whether it's the Discords with, say, Warrior Nun, whether it's the Instagram channels, whether it's the websites, the 2 different websites that are out there, there's still going to be ways to get information. There's still going to be ways to connect with your friends. And so we want to definitely encourage you to start doing that now, if you are comfortable. We realize a lot of folks have created Twitter handles. They've created Instagram accounts. You could transfer your username from Twitter to Instagram. So you don't have to use your personal, because I realize that can be something of a concern. So, but the goal in the end is to really just continue to be connected. We don't want people, we don't want to lose people, and we don't want people to feel like, oh, I guess this is kind of done. It's died off now. There's a natural progression. I've mentioned this before, going from social media, specifically to Twitter, to more collective community-based situations such as Discord or Facebook groups. And there's 2 large Facebook groups out there if you happen to be on Facebook. And I actually did explore them. They are fairly active, so there is potential to connect on there. And then the other thing is share this with your friends, share this with your followers, share this with, the people that you've gotten to know over the last few months, so that you are all on the same page. So again, you don't feel like you're just getting kind of left out, or where did everybody go? Because we don't want that. We don't want people to ever feel like they can't reach out to someone because they want to, they want to watch an episode together, or they just want to talk about this new theory they came up with. And we want people to stay connected. And then the other thing I was going to talk about was, as was mentioned earlier in James's space, by Pietra and Adrian, there is more content for the OCS newsletter coming. Just because things might look like they're kind of slowing down doesn't mean that we're not creating new stuff. Doesn't mean that the fandom's not active. There's still quite a bit that's coming down the road, which I'm very excited for some of the stuff that's going to be mentioned coming up in the next few minutes. But for the OCS newsletter, they have the stunt team. They've already done a video interview. It sounds like it's going to be coming in 2 parts, which is really exciting. And then Mother Superior, they're going to be interviewing Sylvia. How exciting is that? So I know I'm looking forward to it. I know Pietra is. She about lost her mind, bless her heart. I totally get it. I'm very excited too. And they have some more interviews that are planned. So keep checking back in. We're going to post stuff on the Discords. We're going to try and find ways to get it on Instagram. Again, just because it looks like we might be shifting a little bit in how much we're on Twitter or how much we're on Instagram or TikTok, that we will still be around, because there's a lot of work to still be done to get another platform or to get Netflix to realize we're not going away. So keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. And it looks like up next is Julia.
Awesome. Hello. Is my mic good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So we got some very exciting videos coming out for the editing team. They're not edits. Well, not all of them, but a few of us have been collabing with the OCS newsletter, which co-host just kind of touched on. It's going to be very exciting. All 3 trailers are out, so if you guys want videos or edits to show to friends or family that aren't convinced to watch it, that don't really contain spoilers and they're quite properly trailers, feel free to show them those. I can put them on Jumbotron in a minute. We also are starting multi-fandom edits.
this coming week. So I know Leah just posted a Dairy Girls crossover with Sister Michael and Mother Superior. Highly recommend. I personally love Dairy Girls, so that was a fun video. And SJ and Rhino will be posting there too next week. Project Smiles is still happening. It's kind of slowed down because the team's just been really busy. But we're still doing that, and we are actually hosting an editing space, like an order team editing space, on Friday, next Friday, 17 February at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. So feel free to join for that. It's just like a little Q&A, just kind of editing space. And we have a Twitter list as well if you want to follow the orders editing team, so you don't miss our edits and stuff, because I know Twitter's kind of broken right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it for editing.
Cool. Thank you. Chris, do you have anything for data?
Sure, I'm role-playing Laura again this week, so let's get started. We have a bunch of new research out from the team, some great articles from Robin on the position and demand rankings of the show versus its peers. The short takeaway, and you'll be able to see the links up on the Jumbotron for these threads, is that the show's ratings in terms of approvals via things like IMDb votes continue to increase and continue to be competitive or outpacing shows that have 10 to 20x the budget, which is a fun read. We also had some great research done by Laura this week on what showrunners were given for interviews. And to no one's surprise, Simon and the run-up to season 2 managed only one interview because they were told they were not, the press was told they were not allowed to take interviews, versus other shows like 1899, which had 8 interviews prior to its new season, and of course Wednesday with 12 interviews. So some graphics that are in the Twitter thread that you can share out if you would like to let Netflix know how you feel. The reminder to sign up for the Substack, which you can find over at savewarriornun.substack.com. That is where the giveaway will be hosted once Ben Dunn is finished with the drawings. He is still working on that one, we believe, and so we've not announced more details on the giveaway yet until he is done, because, well, frankly, we don't want to have a contest and then have some poor person be like, so when are we going to get this stuff? But that is where you need to register to be eligible for that. This week, we also published a new Instagram dashboard for people that we've identified as doing stuff on Instagram for the campaign. So make sure if you are interested in being shown on that dashboard that you provide your Instagram handle. We'll probably have, I know there's at least 2 or 3 Google Docs in the various Discord servers floating around. If you are focusing heavily on the show, then on your account, please let us know and we can add you to that dashboard. But it is really cool to see the top performing Instagram posts about the campaign. And finally, we've let folks know across, again, the various Discord servers that there's been a lot of questionable decisions being made over at Twitter, one of which about a week ago was announced that Twitter would be charging $100 a month for access to its API, which, if you're unfamiliar, is one of the ways that you can get data out of Twitter. Fortunately, there are other tools that are available to our campaign to get that information out of Twitter, which don't rely on the API. So we've already made the switch over for some of the data that we're collecting. And then I know in the SWN Discord server, we've shared the tools so that other folks can run them and not be reliant on the whims of a billionaire man-child. So that's the news from the data side of things. Back to you.
Sweet. Thank you. Okay. So it looks like I just have to talk about the billboard. So we have an NYC billboard, or New York City, up in front of New York Times. It looks amazing. It is on, let's see, Friday through Sunday, 4 to 9 p.m. I think up until March 3rd being the last day. So if you guys live near or in New York, go and take a picture with it. But it is amazing to see. And then speaking of billboards, we are looking for our next steps to be in London. Whether it's a giant billboard or them just being smaller roadside ones, that is our next goal. But London is our next location, or we're trying to make it to London. Let's see. Outside of London, we are also looking into putting up other international boards, but please stand by for those because we still have not yet gotten as close as we have with our London locations. So that's still just in the works. And then, as you can kind of see in the Jumbotron, we have posted what our PR packages have looked like. And they will be delivered sometime this week to Hulu, Paramount, Apple TV, and shoot, I can't remember the other one. Apple, did I say Apple? Ashley or Kelsey?
Yeah, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, Hulu, and Amazon Studios.
Yes. So we are doing that. And then another one of our projects, I know Chris briefly touched on that, is the art giveaway by Ben Dunn. So if you do want a chance to possibly win one, please sign up for the Substack, as Ben is awesome and just giving us this for free. So Kelsey, anything to touch upon those?
Yeah. So like Sarah said, just currently waiting on a couple things with London. And the one being sent to Paramount, that we basically sent 2 boxes to each one, for executives to try to get it passed around a bit more. And then I know I've spoken to a couple people directly about, Los Angeles and billboards in there. That is something we are looking into, about, doing more ads around LA. That is a discussion being had. We just don't have any yet, no updates there, but the discussions are happening. And then we've also discussed about kind of recurring items that we could send to the various platforms. And we've tossed around some ideas ourselves, but if anyone has a sort of idea that, of things that we can buy in bulk, and then just kind of on a recurring basis that's affordable, that we can send to the various platforms to gain attention continuously, that is also in the works. And like Sarah said, for the Ben Dunn artwork, you have to be subscribed to the Substack. If you are not subscribed, you will not be part of the giveaway, because we base it off of emails, and so you must sign up through there. And I think that's all I have in regards to kind of stuff like that. I did kind of want to address that. I know that there is slight burnout happening, and, people, just need a bit more. And I get that. Sorry, my dogs have now started to decide to start barking. Hang in there. We are working on a few things, and I am going to start holding some just like fun, nonsensical spaces just because I'm going to get to know more people. So if you want to hang, just send me a DM, or if you have a space going on you want me to hang, send a DM and I will be there.
Sweet. And so I also just remembered that there is a New York City billboard meetup. So I believe it's in the comments. So just take a look if you wanted to see a few fellow fans, if you want to go meet there. I believe it's happening on the 25th, February 25th at 4:30 on that corner. As far as questions go for the Groundwork server, I would reach out to Kay, give her a DM, because I'm not quite sure what her exact plans are for that server. I may post a link here shortly to access that. I just want to make sure things are good before I do. And then I'm just going to take a look here. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments. For now, 1 second here. So the GoFundMe is still up and running. If you're able to, please donate, as this is why we are still able to do these projects. So just remember that. Just give it a share if you can't. Yes. Does anybody else have anything to add while I take a look?
The bottom part of the minute notes, which the minute notes will probably be out tomorrow. We're just waiting on the last couple of translations. But they ordered Discord hours. I don't know if you wanted to touch on that or if you want me to.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Okay. The order Discord hours, the previous week was 6,779. And then the total for the 12 weeks that we've been doing this is 7,364. Which, I don't know, I feel like it just shows that we're really not giving up. We're definitely still in this fight with you guys. And then also, these are at the bottom. I know it kind of got touched on, but I don't want to miss it in case. The OCS newsletter, there's a video interview with KTY on the Warrior Nun website. And then the Substack newsletter, make sure you guys are subscribed to that as well. I know they're doing some giveaways through being subscribed to that. And also just check out the Warrior Nun website. It's really cool. There's a lot more stuff getting added in the coming weeks. So just keep checking in on all of these little projects. We'll obviously keep posting them as well.
Awesome. Kelsey, do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I'm afraid my dogs will start going crazy again. But again, everyone, they're going to start going crazy in a second. Everyone just hang in there. I get it, but we are working on some really, really cool things. They will happen. I promise. We're making things happen. And if you have ideas, please DM me. Again, want to be as transparent as possible with everyone as much as we possibly can. So yes, let's go.
Yes, that just reminded me. So I will release a new and updated version of the transparency doc that shows where transactions have been going. We just wanted to make sure that some of the transactions have gone through before posting it, but that will be released shortly as well if you guys wanted to take a look at that. So there will be, I want to say within the next 1 or 2 days, that will be shared, and I'll put it in the Discord servers, and I'll post it on my Twitter as well. And then, yeah. Kelsey, do you want to open this up for questions, or do you just prefer to be DM'd?
I mean, it's up to everybody else. I'm fine with either option. I think DMs are a bit easier, but whatever you guys want to do, I'm cool.
Ashley, what do you think?
I think probably DMs, just so we can track the questions and be able to answer them a little bit better. A lot of people the Super Bowl's today. A lot of people probably have plans, so just to keep everything easier to access. And I feel like it does make everything a little bit more transparent when you have it just listed.
Cool. Alrighty. So everybody's also welcome to DM me any questions as far as suggestions, what they'd like to see happen. I will do my best to read all of them very quickly, but the reason why we do this is because of you guys, and so just thank you. I think that's it. I will end the space here within the next little bit, but thank you again. Share the GoFundMe. Sign up for the Warrior Nun Substack if you want to win free merch from Ben Dunn. And
keep sharing the petition.
Yes, keep sharing the petition. Just be kind and hold on. This is a marathon, not a sprint, but we got this, guys.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Alrighty. Have a great day.
Have a good Sunday.
Bye, everyone.